Before I start the video, I want to announce a giveaway to try and make up for the time that I have been missing. I'm giving away this combo of AK-47 Empress and field tested with a bunch of cool stickers and this T-side agent for a total value of 35 euros. All you gotta do is leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and also subscribe to Christina's channel since she sponsored this entire giveaway. Comment down below your Discord tag so I can get in touch with you if you win. The winner is gonna be announced on my Discord server on the 7th of June, and I will also show them in a future video. Thank you for listening, and now let's get back into the video. Hey, what is up you guys? Welcome back to the Flipping CSGO skins series. I know, 5 months have passed and I have not made a single update about it. Still, I was very active in this time and I made an insane amount of profit. Wait till you see how much that is exactly, because it's a pretty good amount. For the people that don't know what this is about, it's basically a series where I update my progress on being a CSGO skin trader. And despite the fact that I'm not all that active with the series, I think I've managed to make it the most detailed and successful trading series out there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here I talk about the strategies that I use, my thought process behind big decisions, I analyze and try to make predictions, I talk about my mistakes that I made and how much money exactly each of them made me lose. For example, just in the last video, I lost 150 euros from buying bad Kata 14 crafts, but I also make plenty of good decisions that cover for the mistakes that I make, and I usually try to not repeat those mistakes again. I also show you the exact numbers and profit margins that I get, because I track almost every single sale so I can optimize what I do. Actually, this episode marks 1 whole year since I started this series with just 700 euros, so I am excited to show you the results. First, let's cover some of the big decisions that I made in the last episode 5 months ago, and see how that turned out. At that time, I decided to dedicate more time on flipping CSGO skins from buff to buff, and for a few months I did that successfully. Though, since I'm always trying to optimize the time spent on this, I decided to buy the price saving thingy on buff, which allows skins to remember their own purchase price, so I don't have to enter that in my database for every little skin, because I was buying like hundreds of them. This way I just let buff remember the price, and whenever it comes time for me to sell them, I see what they've been bought for, I get a pretty good idea of how much profit I'm gonna get from each item. I'd say my profit from this strategy is always around 7%, but it also happens that sometimes I lose, and other times I can get 30%. I decided that not being able to track this strategy is not necessarily gonna impact my profit, so I'm just gonna go with it like that. I can still count the entire value of my portfolio to assess how much I've progressed. I've actually made 2 videos covering this flipping strategy on buff, one for the complete beginners and one for the tad bit more advanced. In the previous update, I said that I bought over 1000 souvenir packages from the Stockholm Major, and I actually ended up buying a few hundred more over the course of the next few months. I sold every single one of them on Skinport for a 15% profit margin on average. This was one of the best trading decisions I have ever made, honestly. I do plan on buying souvenir packages again, but I do have to adjust my strategies just a little bit to make it better next time. These 5 months, I've also focused a lot more on the strategy of buying CSGO skins on Steam and selling them on Skinport. In this period, I've sold around 5,600 euros cash price worth of skins through this method, with a profit margin of 18% after tax. Of course, yeah, it takes some time to get the Steam balance in the first place and then sell all that stuff back on Skinport, but I think the 18% is very worth it, even when it takes a whole month to do one cycle. In the last video, I showed you my Talon Doppler Black Pearl, which I purchased for 1,180 euros on Skinport. Well, here we go again. This item became by far the biggest mistake I've made. I ended up selling it on buff 2 months later, and I lost 150 euros. In reality, I've actually lost more than that, because for those 2 months I didn't earn any profit on this 1000, which is around 300 euros of missed profit. So yeah, in total that's around 450 euros lost with one simple mistake. The item was a terrible purchase from the very start. It had a bad float, it had bad scratches on it, and just overall this is a very rare item. It doesn't sell often. So I don't know what I was thinking about, but I'm not gonna make that mistake again, hopefully, and you won't ever make a mistake like this, so because you get to learn from me. So yeah, during these 5 months, I've also leveled up my buff to Skinport sales. having done 6.3k euros in sales with a profit margin of 18%. Also, I finally made my first peer-to-peer transaction, in which I sold 97 euros worth of buff balance and made a 5% profit on it. This wasn't really the biggest profit number, but I think it's quite an important direction for me to develop into. I think I chose a pretty fair price. You would pay 105% of what you get. So since I received 100 euros, the buyer got 95.24 euros worth of buff balance after tax. So yeah, basically I covered the 2.5% buff sale tax. I don't have that much buff balance left at the moment of writing this script, but I always have balance coming in and out. So yeah, if you're interested, you can write to me on Discord or on Twitter, and I will let you know if I have some. The reason why I think this strategy is so important is because it is a whole new untapped market for me. There is a significant amount of people looking to buy balance this way, and considering that I am a YouTuber, I can get a lot of clients this way. Also, selling buff balance is generally a pretty fast strategy. It takes me 2 weeks to acquire the balance and I get 5% profit from it. So if I can do it twice a month, that would be a little over 10% profit. I think it sounds pretty good. Plus, this way I can utilize more capital without creating competition for myself. Also, I need to focus on raising up my percentage when moving from cash to buff, because right now it is sitting at a poor 2.7 average, which is kinda bad. I would prefer to reach an average of 5% growth when moving this way, because it would get me around 8 to 9% profit each time I sell buff balance. That would be many times better than what I am doing now, and I would still be able to offer a very competitive price for my buff balance. I think that has to cover most of the things I've done in the past months, and also the things I'm gonna do in the near future. Now let's see where I am at after 1 year of trading CSGO skins. As I said before, I started 12 months ago with 700 euros. Over the past year, I've spent another 4,150 euros out of pocket. From this money, 1,300 was borrowed to me by my brother, and the rest came from YouTube and my sponsor. Also, throughout the year, I've purchased a lot of things, like a new phone, new monitor, and so on. And that came up to 1,100 euros that I had to withdraw from this business. So overall, you can say that I still have 3,750 euros invested into my skin trading activity. In the last episode, I told you that my inventory was worth around 5,500 euros. Now I present you the profit numbers for the last 5 months. January was a pretty slow month because everyone spent their money in December, so I came up with only 667 euro profit, which is 33% less profit compared to the previous month. February is the shortest month, but I did manage to set a new record with 963 euro profit, up 44%. March was pretty much the same with 961 euro profit, down 1%. April was the first month where I started focusing even more on the things that worked, so I managed to set a new record with 1053 euro profit, about 10% more than I got in March. And finally, the month of May, I have managed to get 1,166 euro profit, which is 11% more profit compared to the previous month. Now my portfolio is worth somewhere around 10,600 euros cash price. This is absolutely crazy. I want to continue growing this business as much as I can and perfect everything, especially because now I have almost finished university and this income will soon become my only source of existence. Right, until now my parents used to pay for my apartment and food, but from July I'm gonna have to cover that myself, and it's not that big of a deal because my existence only costs around 600 euros per month, so I can still continue growing the sales while paying for myself, so I think that's pretty good. Also, obviously, I'm gonna start making a lot more YouTube content, so yeah, subscribe if you don't want to miss that. I know there might be some people that won't believe the numbers I mentioned, but at least I can show you my sales statistics on Skinport. In just 5 months, I've sold 40,000 euros worth of CSGO skins. Every day I sell a few hundred euros in total, and you can just see the entirety of the graph, how it's growing steadily and quite well. Another thing that is gonna help me improve my income in the close future is that my brother sent me another 1,400 euros in CSGO skins. And that is really nice because it could make my profit in June another 10% higher than the profit in May. Okay, now as kind of a fun segment, I wanna see what car I could buy if I were to spend the entirety of my portfolio. I came up with these 3 options that I would consider. A 2013 Mazda 6, which looks pretty cool if you ask me, a 2012 Audi A4, which funnily enough is also the car which I passed my driving exam on, and finally this Renault from 2018, a little more spacious, a little more comfortable. They're probably not in great technical condition, but I didn't really look at that because I'm not actually looking for a car to buy right now. But yeah, these cars seem pretty fun, to be honest. I hope that this video has given you a good view of my CSGO trading success, and I'm going to make a lot more videos related to my strategies because I haven't done that in a very long time, so there are a lot of things I need to update. Also, I have plenty of new video ideas, so subscribe if you don't want to miss out. Follow my Twitter and join our Discord server where, by the way, you have to pass a manual verification in order to have access to the server, but that shouldn't take too long. Anyway, I hope to see you back soon. I've actually started live streaming on Tuesdays and on Saturdays at 5 p.m. GMT +3. So if you do want to join, I will be live for like 2 hours. And in that time, we usually answer questions, we react to stuff, we look at inventories, we look at skins, we play some games sometimes. And yeah, just have fun overall. Alright, I'll see you there. Have a good one. Bye bye.